So I want to talk about spokes and nipples in this video, right? And this is bicycle stuff, right? So spokes are essentially the connection between the hub and the rim, right? And the nipple is the connection between the spoke and the rim, actually, right? So the nipple is what connects the two. And that's how you actually true a wheel. You work on the nipples, right? So I want to talk about, generally nipples and spokes and what they're made out of. And generally, what you're going to find nowadays, for the most part, is most spokes are made out of stainless steel. And we've almost always used stainless steel. I mean, for nearly 20 years. But I do have a little funny story. I had a bike. I lived in, this was a very long time ago. I had a bike and I rode it everywhere at the beach and stuff. And it had one non-stainless spoke and one nipple that wasn't brass. Usually nipples are either brass or aluminum. They're actually brass usually. However, people upgrade them to aluminum to lighten lighten the outside of the wheel. The outside of the wheel is essentially rotating weight. And, honestly, my understanding is the aluminum nipples create problems. They don't work as well as the brass nipples. They have more failure issues as far as the integrity of the wheel. But they are lighter. So, everybody gets to choose on their own. But real quality wheel builders, they don't use aluminum nipples. They use brass nipples to keep everything integral for long. Right? I know some professional wheel builders. That's all they do. Anyway, and it was really funny. I had this bike, and I had a bunch of spokes on the bike. They're all great. I had one rusted spoke and one rusted nipple. It was the funniest thing. And so, yeah, it was obvious to me that, we, at that time, we were speccing stainless steel, but like the factory must have been short on the spokes and nipples, and they took one from some other, place. And obviously it wasn't up to snuff. And it was interesting because, I remember like the nipple was like green. It was like, it's weird. I think it was some sort of galvanized stuff. I don't even know what it was made out of. But in my life, I've never seen that before. All the bikes I've ever ridden growing up have had brass nipples. I did use aluminum nipples on some bikes for a while. But once I found out that they don't actually function, I kind of got rid of that nonsense. But they're really cool because, the aluminum nipples, I mean, they come in like every color. It's kind of cool to have the different colors on the wheel, And it was especially fun when I learned to build a wheel. That's one of the most enjoyable things, with respect to bicycles. You have to be very patient with it, but it's really fun. So just a neat little story about, everything is not always the best. So, if you can get a bike, try to make sure you have stainless spokes and brass nipples. That's all we use. I think anomalies happen once in a blue moon, as it happened in my personal bike. God only knows how long ago. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it.